How's it going, guys? Zoro here once again for another One Piece live reaction. This time to One Piece chapter 1148. How are you doing, everybody? How's your Friday been? Let me go ahead and make sure we are good. Okay, we are live on YouTube. Are we live on Twitch? We are live on Twitch. Beautiful. How's it going, everybody? Your boy Zoro here. I'm very excited to get into this reaction, man. What was it, 2-week break? I mean, the breaks nowadays just seem like they all mesh together in some weird convoluted amoeba of breaks that I can't even conceive of, like time. It just goes in sort of time, you know, I don't even, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm in some weird like Inception time loop. Yeah, man. It's been a weird week for me. What's going on? GTA 6 day one, Zoro. I don't know if I'm gonna be a day oneer, man. I don't know. The thing about day one gaming is I have been so disappointed with so many games day one buying them that I don't even pre-order anymore, man. Unless them pre-order bonuses are like fire, I don't even pre-order anymore, man. What's going on, guys? Thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jonathan, man. Thank you so much. But like, I don't pre-order games anymore because it's like so many games they come out, they're you know, very buggy and unplayable at the first, or they just completely underwhelm in terms of their expectations. And I've learned, and I think this is generally the best thing. Maybe I'm just patient in my you know, as I've gotten older, right? I've become more patient. But I feel like if a game's gonna be good, right, you'll see it on the timeline, whatever social you may use, right? Whether it's Twitter or Facebook or freaking, you know, Instagram, whatever you use, right? Probably not Instagram, maybe like TikTok or something. It'll start like showcasing on the like people will word of mouth continue to hype it up. If after a week no one talks about it, chances are, why would I waste $70, right? Even for a game like GTA 6, which is going to be the highest selling video game of all time, most likely, right? It might be a big disappointment. I hope I'm wrong, but you don't know, man. You just don't know. Cyberpunk trauma, I see. I definitely bought Cyberpunk day one. And while I actually really like where it is now, and I beat it, it certainly was a nightmare day one. An absolute nightmare, bro. And I can talk about a number of games I bought day one with high expectations. Dragon Age The Veilguard. God, that game sucks. And a number of others that I recently got. Which one? Whatever. No, not recently. I've actually gotten smart about this the last couple of years, but I remember Veilguard was one because I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. The first game is my favorite of all time, Dragon Age Origins. I've put so many hours into that game when I was younger. So, yeah, it's a long list. It's a long list. So I try to be cautious with these kinds of things. You know what I mean? Oh, we got the man who jumps in the chat. What's going on, the man who jumps? Let's see what you have to say today. Hold on. It's been a while, man who jumps. I haven't seen you in the chats lately. But I'm glad to have you, man. Konnichiwa, Zoro fanboy. Wait, no, it's supposed to be. Oh, no, it's supposed to be Japanese to English, not English to Japanese. To English. There we go. I was like, all right. Hello, Zoro fanboy. I left you some messages in the past streams because I missed you, but when you were there. But happy Friday. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You know, usually I don't like, you know, doing one of two things. Usually I don't like, number one, being, you know, super. I'm not a big share guy. I don't really share a lot of stuff, you know. I don't want to burden anyone with any of my issues. So generally speaking, I try to be happy, try to, you know, put forth a happy message. And I like doing that because I like making other people have a good day with the time that they have with me, right? But, you know, I will be honest, I'm a little down right now. I'm a little down because in a couple days I'm going to have to put down my dog. Yeah, and it really sucks because I love this dog. We've had her for, what is it now, 14, 15 years. Um, and she's dealing with a lot of physical issues. She's struggling. She's blind. She's deaf, and as you know, and she lives with me now. And I called other family members that she's lived with in the past, and we all agree it's about time. So it's one of those things where it's like really, it's been really tough. It's been a tough weekend. It's scheduled for Monday, so I'm just like I'm just a little down. I'll be honest, but thank you for asking. For the most part, I'm doing well. It's just that's kind of shitty. So, you know, um, like I said, I'm not really much of a sharer. Normally, I don't share too much things. I apologize, but just wanted to be honest with you. Wish there was Dragon Age Origins remake. I mean, I don't think does it really need to be a remake. I don't know. I don't know. The game is fine for. I mean, I guess there could be a remake because there's a lot of technical issues with the Steam version of Dragon Age. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say, Jonathan. It's yeah. Um, Hold on, menu jumps. Let me see what you have to say. Um, I can pray for you, and you will see him again, as all dogs go to heaven. That's very very nice of you to say. The man who jumps. That's incredibly nice. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Sheesh. I appreciate that. I hate to bring a dour energy to the stream. Um, Sorry about that. We are gonna get started in just a little bit here. um, my voice is a little raspy. I got a little bit of a scratch. Maybe some sickness is coming. I'm not exactly sure. Today I'm good. We'll see how tomorrow and the next day fare, but I don't know. But today I'm good. So, but the only thing I would say for a Dragon Age remake is there's technical issues. Like I have a friend who's playing it for the first time, and there's like all these mods and stuff and things you have to do to like get the game to work because there's like some sort of weird tech problem with importing it or playing it on Steam, I should say. And it's like, you at this point, try to remake it. I don't know if it's possible. I remember hearing somewhere that there was in the way that it was originally made, there was too much of an like it would be possible to remaster it. You'd have to literally remake it in order for it to work. I don't know. I don't know, but if you haven't played Dragon Age Origins, I highly recommend it. Like I said, there's technical things you have to look at with that game if you play it on Steam. But I believe the Legendary Edition or whatever edition they call it is like super cheap. It's like a few bucks, and you're guaranteed 100 hours of. I mean, plus the expansions. The expansions are literally expansions. Like what you get with Cyberpunk expansions, or what you get with the Dragon, like massive fucking expansions, right? I can't recommend it enough. You get a lot of good shit with the expansion. Let's put it that way. One of my favorite things. I don't know how I got on this tangent with Dragon Age, man. We're here for One Piece. What am I doing? I like to yap. It is one of my traits. I will say though, one of the things that did get me very excited this week were my Knicks. Were my Knicks fans in the chat? Nobody? I don't care. Just me. Let's fucking go, baby. 2-0 on the Celtics. Will we pull it off? I'm not exactly sure. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that we're up 2-0 right now. Especially how badly we played offensively last game. Like, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome that we have a chance to beat the Celtics, man. So I'm very very hyped for my Knicks, man. Saturday I have to fucking work, so I can't even watch the game. But hopefully we can pull off a clean 3-0 here and make it, without a shadow of a doubt, our series. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm just super proud of my squad, dude. Anyone who's been watching me for a while knows how big of a Knicks fan I am and how long I've been suffering under their horrible leadership up until this point. It's fuck Boston all day, man. Most fan bases hate Boston, and then they should hate Boston, man. They're like the second worst fan base outside of Philly fans. So it's like, Can't stand them, man. Can't stand them. All right. Well, okay. I think I've delayed enough. It's time for One Piece. So if you want to follow along, if you want to read along, and see my reaction in real time alongside the chapter, pull up the chapter now. We're gonna get started right now. I was at a first league basketball game this week. First time for me. The sport is way better to watch than football or soccer. It's very exciting. Um, there's benefits and positives to all sports. I like many sports. I enjoy soccer from time to time. I enjoy international soccer personally. The club stuff, I haven't really got a team, so I'm not really invested as much. My dad's a huge Barcelona fan, big Messi fan. I'm Argentinian, so there's gonna be that, obviously. But me personally, I haven't really done that. I'm a big fan of baseball. Right now, my Mets are doing fantastic as well. It's been crazy to watch. They're I think they're top of the league in standings, or at least close to top of the league in standings, which is insane. Football, obviously. Like, even if I'm watching TV, right, and that fucking volleyball goes on, I'm hyped watching volleyball. I just like sports, man. Sports great. Well, it's Zoro. Thinking about finally checking out Disco Elysium per your recommendation. Still doing D&D. Yeah, man, we're still doing D&D. It's been a little inconsistent due to like my own schedule stuff, and we're not gonna play this Monday, but we are still doing D&D. I'm streaming it on Twitch here, and we're having a great time. Currently, personally, I'm running 2 campaigns right now that are like in its last stages. But Disco Elysium is one of the best games ever made. It's very unique. It's not the kind of game that I would say is for everyone necessarily. It's more narrative driven, it's character driven, it's story driven, and it really is unlike any other game I ever played. I can't explain it to you. There's no way to really explain Disco Elysium in a nutshell. It's just one of those things you have to kind of experience. And the more and more I play games, the more and more I've kind of deviated from mainstream AAA titles, and I've kind of started integrating more into the indie titles that are the top tier indie titles, because you're spending 40, 50 less dollars on them. You're getting just as much as entertainment, if not more. And they're made by small studios that are willing to take chances and willing to take, risks and do something unique and interesting. So you have games like Disco Elysium that just, I literally think it's one of the best RPGs ever made. One of the best games ever made. Legitimately. Inscription, another game I love. I can't stop recommending to people, man. Fantastic. The Mad Monk is in the chat. It's only a matter of time, Mad Monk. We know it's happening, bro. We know Arouge is coming. It's only a matter of time, brother. It's only a matter of time, brother. But yeah, I don't want to get too caught up on the other conversations here. But I do want to start the stream, or start the reaction, I should say. So pull up the chapter now, guys. You know where we read it, what it is, what time it is. So it's so fucking good, that game, bro. I can't even put into words how good that game is. I love those slow burn games, man. Because not all people like, hey, I play 60 hours a game. I don't want to play 60 hours. I want to play a 20-hour game. Like, fuck that. I want to play a game where I can dive in, like One Piece, right? Where I can dive in and I can get the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just completely have time to spend in this world, bro. Disco fucking Elysium, brother. So goddamn good. Anyway, One Piece, 1148. Let's do it. Ronja. The fuck is Ronja? We've got Yamato again. You got Ulti, my best girl in the back. Okay, Ulti, I see you. Only Child Yamato in the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, volume number 33. Otama entrusts the delivery of the Amigasa hat for Kawamatsu, now off to Hakumai. So they're going to see Kawamatsu now. Okay, interesting. Whoa, my legs. Why is that? Ronja? Where are you going? You're going to fall. Ronja, I don't know. This is weird, but it's okay. You don't gotta worry, Ilva. It's alright. It'll be okay. It's no big deal. God damn, they're about to murder this kid? Remember a few chapters back when we were all like, oh yeah, she's just misunderstood. She's actually a good guy. Yeah, good. No, Gunko's not a good guy. Gunku's not redeemable. I don't care if she likes Brooke. All right, I don't care about that. All right. Yo, Mr. Sheesh, thank you so much for coming a channel member. Appreciate it. Welcome to the crew, my man. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Let's continue with the chapter reaction. That was really nice of you. Ronja, come back. It's dangerous. Dangerous. The realm of the dead is down there. Summers, the first one is in position to drop. Okay, set it up so they'll be able to hear that brat all over Elbaf. All over Elbaf. Her hair kind of looks like a scorpion tail. It's kind of awesome, actually. Now then, it's your call. You've got 30 seconds before we start tossing these whelps over the edge. Mountain Beer Jarul, send word to those teachers. Order them to set fire to their school building and library. Damn it all. Elder Jarul, no, that library contains works that are thousands of years old. What are you saying? We have to prioritize the lives of the hostages, right? Never negotiate with terrorists, bruh. Never negotiate with terrorists. I don't care. What would you do in this scenario? This is a good question, because I'm joking, obviously. I don't know what I would do in this scenario. Being in a leadership position sometimes really fucking sucks. But let me ask you, what would you do if you're like, number one, if you were standing, hypothetically, right, at the Library of Alexandria, and you were given the option, we will kill this young child, or you order the Library of Alexandria to burn down to the ground. What is your choice? I don't know. There's no right answer, really. Because I can understand both sides of it, right? I can. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. What are you saying? We have to prioritize the lives of the hostages, right? These demands aren't the real problem. Think about the big picture. They're trying to pressure Elbaf to bend the knee. That's a good point. Are you saying we should just let the kids die instead? Isn't there anyone close enough to stop this? Put an end to this twisted game? Baby girl Robin! Chopper, stay put. What? We shouldn't attempt to face those two without understanding their abilities. But then why are you... I just can't keep my emotions in check any longer. Let's go! My girl Robin! Oh, bro. I need a Robin moment now. I need a Robin moment fucking now, dude. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Right fucking now, baby. You're going to kill the kids? What the hell is wrong with you? Not even the world's worst criminals stoop this low, using children as hostages. Yeah, the notions of an insect mean nothing to me. This prick. Frankie, I'm coming with you. Oh! We're getting blessed this chapter. Right, let's go. We're going to. We'll split up. One group will help fight the monsters, and the other will go rescue the kids. Arm yourselves. To branch 8. Set sail. To branch 8. To branch 8. One more thing. When you burn the school and library down, you are forbidden to rescue even one book from the flames. Why, you ask? We intend for certain things to burn. Your culture and your history. Bro. I mean, I guess the kid did kind of like, I think a couple chapters ago, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't one of the kids like basically, oh no, it wasn't the kid, it was the teacher with the freckles, basically read out like that there's Void Century stuff happening there? Yeah. Didn't she a couple chapters ago rat her out, that fucking dumbass? So they know. They know what they're doing. Your culture and your history. Cienfleur, Robin! Cienfleur. Drumsticks. Drumsticks? Drumsticks? What the fuck kind of name? She hit him with the 2-piece combo, my guy. What the hell? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that, Malcolm. Dude, thank you so much. Shout out my name. Your Knicks, my guy. You know what I'm saying, man? 2-0, baby. We're trying to finish it off. It's gonna be tough though. It's not. I mean, they can come back. So we gotta make sure we just have 2 games where we outplay them, man. Just need 2 games. That's it. 2 out of 4 out of 6. 2 out of 6. That's all we gotta do. Or 2 out of 5. Excuse me. Anyway, drumsticks. I mean, I was hyped. That drumsticks name is kind of crazy. I don't. She hit him with the fucking KFC special. Flump. Smack his ass back. Robin. Ugh. Robinson, you're alright. Careful, we still haven't worked out what those guys are capable of. I know. Russell. Cuatros mano. Ah, you're Nico Rock clutch. Ugh. Okay, Robin. Let's go, dude. Okay, Robin. I love Robin so much, man. She's best One Piece girl. I'm sorry, man. You know how I feel already. I don't have to repeat it. But if anybody new that is unaware, that's uncultured, undecided on this, or happens to have the wrong opinion, the correct opinion is Robin is best girl. I mean, look at this. I mean, come on. One girl is tied up and unfortunately can't do anything. Another one is actually putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be all for naught because Robin. Unfortunately, doesn't have probably what it takes to keep him down because he can just re-heal himself or whatever they can do, right? But I love seeing Robin put in the work because, like, you know, fucking half the Straw Hats got off-screened. We didn't even see them try to fight, right? Even fucking Jinbei, of all people, right? So, I mean, seeing Robin, like, say, fuck it, no, I'm not going to stand back and just watch is really dope. It's really cool, man. Shout out Robin, dude. I stand Robin hard, dude. Robin, you did it. He's been snapped in half. They're immortal. We can't beat them. She knows. Elbaf, can you hear me? 20 seconds remain until the first kid falls. Damn it, he's a zombie too, Gah. Whoa there, what are you doing? Don't tell me you've got a crush on me. What? Summers is such a fucking asshole, dude. He's such a dick, but I kind of fuck with it. There's a part of me like, I mean, like from a villain perspective, obviously he's the worst person ever, dude. Like these celestial dragons are the worst of the worst. Like I'm not saying they're good people or anything like that, right? I'm not endorsing anything they're doing, but he's such a likable dickhead. He is. I quite like Summers a lot. He might be my favorite amongst this group here. It's like Summers, Gunko, and then Quillingham, right? So, I don't know. Who's your favorite out of those three? I am curious who you guys like the most or hate the least, maybe, if you just really hate them all. Who do you hate the least out of those three? Gunko's cool. Quillingham really hasn't done much, but I like his ability. But personality-wise, Summers is kind of fucking funny. I kind of like him. It's like, whoa, what are you doing? Don't tell me you have a crush on me, What, you jumped off the edge? Do you have a death wish? Love me all you want. I'm not joining a suicide pact. Robin, what are you doing? It should have been me, not him. It's not fair. Oh, look at that. I know full well you're supposedly immortal, and you've eaten the thorn fruit to boot. But we can only save those children if your invisible thorns are gone. Ho-ho. So you figure that dragging me down there will take the kids out of my range. You're one shrewd lady. Oh, damn. He straight up stabbed Robin, dude. Oh, man. Huh? Poof. Once again, it should have been me! Not him! It's not fair! Robin's the GOAT, dude. What? She's gone? That woman, just how many moves ahead does she think? Let's go, Nico Robin, baby. That's my girl, dude. That's my fucking girl, dude. Let's go. Best One Piece girl. Undeniably. Robin, that was cool. The knife doesn't seem to be able to cut it. I guess we'll have to take down that woman to free ourselves. 10 seconds left. It's that guy's voice. He attached himself with like a thorn tether. Answer me, Jarul. Hey, Gunko, let them hear the kid's voice. Speak up. Elder Jarul, Ronja. I love school. I've got friends there. Hurry. Ronja's my daughter. I love the library too. We're coming to save you. We learned lots and lots of stuff about the world from the books there, and the teachers made sure we learned important stuff. I will say though, she is right above where Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if Sanji skywalks and saves her or something like that, right? Or Luffy saves her or something like, you know what I mean? Like they're right underneath, right, where they are, right? Geographically speaking, if I'm not mistaken. So even if she does fall, I think someone's gonna save her, probably Sanji or something. And the teachers made sure we learned important stuff, like not to cause trouble for others and not to do things that others hate. If saving, it's your fault, you freckled dumbass, for saying too much. If saving me means that the school and the library go away, I think everyone will hate that. It'd be better if I just fell. Don't worry, Elder Jarul. I've always been lucky. I'm sure I'll be okay. 2, 1. Ange, please burn down the school. Elder Jarul, the library too. Please set it all on fire. You gave in. You gave in to the terrorist demands. You don't do that, man. You don't do that, Jarul. Yes, sir. Drip. Look at Robin. Oh, he made Robin cry, dude. Yeah, ha 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 ha. I love that expression. Oh, no, no, nah. Don't be doing all this, bruh. I love that expression on your face, Nico Robin. Stop it. Robin, run, get out of here. Bro, don't be putting hands on my girl now. Okay. I know I said I liked you, but you know, you gotta relax, brother. You gotta relax. You're losing that trust, all right? You're losing that likability right now. What the fuck? Yeah, huh? What the? It's not regenerating? Long time no see. Scalper Gavin? Oh! What? Okay. So Scalper knows him. He's like, Scalper Gavin? He's freaking the fuck out. And he can't regenerate his arm now? So Scalper knows how to cancel the regeneration? But how did he do it? How did he do it? It makes sense, I would say, that the Roger Pirates, it makes a lot of sense that the Roger Pirates would have a counter to the God Knights because they faced them back in God Valley at the very least, right? So they know each other probably from God Valley, especially how old he is, right? Summers, I mean. They probably, you know, were pretty young when they fought at God Valley. So the question is, how did he do it? I didn't even notice like that right panel where he's just speed blitzing through the trees, and he just cut his arm off like with absurd. I cannot wait for this to be animated because the speed is going to be absurd. Long time no see, Scopper Gab, and then he slices his chest. Is that the end of Summers? Is summer over? Are we gonna quote Kingdom Hearts 2? I guess my summer vacation really is over. He's done. Like he's gotta be. Unless he's like durable like that, because he got his hand cut off and his chest sliced by that big old axe. Alright, I don't know. How did he do it? There's no indication of how, really. I mean, there's like a small lightning bolt, and his weapon is coated with armament hockey. I don't think that's Conquerors. Doesn't seem like it to me. because a lot of people speculated Conqueror's Haki was the counter to the regeneration, but that really wouldn't make sense to me because like if that was the case, Luffy had to have been using Conqueror's Haki when he was fighting against the Gorosei, right? And the Gorosei still were able to regenerate no matter what Luffy did, so the, that doesn't really seem like a logical counter, considering that would have been a thing already at all the way back in Egghead. So what could it be? We're gonna have to see. We're gonna just have to see, guys. Yeah, what a chapter, man. Wow. 1,148. I love this. I really did like this chapter. It wasn't like I would imagine like everyone's favorite chapter or anything particularly crazy happened. I mean, Summer's getting smacked down by Gabin's a cool ending. But I did feel like, unlike other arcs where there was like, oh, the kids are in trouble, we need to save them kind of situation. Unlike previous arcs like that, like Punk Hazard, for example, where I did not care at all about what was happening, about the kids or anything like that. Because I'm so invested in Robin as a character, like seeing her have this defiant moment was really great. I mean, ultimately didn't amount to much. She didn't really accomplish her goal, unfortunately. But to see her like take the stand and make the effort to try was a really dope thing to see, man. That was great. And yeah, this chapter moved me a little bit. I didn't like cry or anything, but I was moved with the chapter. Even the kids saying, you know, don't burn down the school. I'll be good. You know, like that was pretty dope. That was pretty cool. Oh, I'll hydrate right now. Stay hydrated, kids. Dar said, "F those kids." Yo, look. What would you do in that scenario if you were Elder Jarul? I don't think there's a good answer, man. Because, like, the thing is, I think I would save the kids as well. Yeah. I think I'd save the kids as well because I don't think it's a selfish reason. It's a really selfish reason, but it is what it is. I don't think I personally would be able to live with myself if I know that I let a kid just kill themselves or get killed to save some books, right? If I knew that I could save a life, right, at the expense of the books, which books obviously this is more than just books. There's a lot attached to this. I understand, right? But you also kind of like in deciding to burn down the library, if like during the time that the library is starting to burn down, you're able to rescue the kids, then you can put out the fires, right? So it buys you a little bit more time. And he did kind of the right thing in that he waited to the last moment to say, okay, I've made my decision, right? So he bought as much time as humanly possible for Gabin to get there. So even if they start burning down the library now, but I mean, that's a big ass library. It's not going to burn down in 5 seconds. And if Summers, Gunko, and Killingham are dealt with in that time frame before it burns down, then they can still save the books and the kids at the same time. So I think that was ultimately the right decision. It's a tough one. It's a really good like thing. This is like the One Piece equivalent of the trolley problem, right? In a way, right? For anyone who doesn't know what that is, you know. So I think that. Hold on, sorry. Weird. For some reason, the man who jumps, like, you're not showing up in my YouTube feed. That comment you made is not showing up in my YouTube feed. Like, it's showing up over here in the chat on the right, but I can't, like, I'm on YouTube, I don't see your comment, which is really weird. So I can't translate it because it's not showing up. If you can repost it, maybe I could see it again. Yeah. That's super odd. Because your other comments did. Huh. That's really weird. That's really weird. But this chapter has confirmed to me something I already knew. Nico Robin the GOAT. Alright? She's the best girl. I don't care if you're a Boa fan. I don't care if you're a Nami fan. I don't care if you're a fucking Kami fan or a Vivi fan or whatever fan you may be a fan of. Perona. I love Perona too, but Robin's numero uno, and it's not even close, man. It's just not close. I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, now it posted. Okay, that was really weird. Egghead burned me out. I hope something actually good comes out of this arc. Look, man, I don't know what to tell you. I was the complete opposite. I was kind of a little burnt out, I would say, to be completely transparent to you guys. I was a little bit burnt out. Not completely. I was a little bit burnt out during the end of Wano. I thought the end of Wano dragged way too long. There was a lot of stuff in it that wasn't getting me excited. I was really struggling with the end of Wano. I'll be completely honest. And then once Egghead hit, it gave me my second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth second wins or seventh wins. It just breathed life into my body and soul. I fucking think Egghead is one of the best arcs in all of One Piece. Unironically. It's one of the best. I wanna see it from the other perspective. Why some people may not enjoy it. There's a part of me that's like, why didn't you enjoy Egghead? I'm curious, but I just, even in my brain, sometimes I can rationalize. Like, okay, I can see why you didn't like this or like that. I think Egghead's incredible. There's so much incredible stuff. You've got even off the island itself, you got the fucking Aokiji and Garb stuff. You got the Law and Blackbeard stuff. You got the Kobe stuff. You've got, and that's not even talking about Egghead itself and the Gorosei, Kizaru showing up, and that fight was fucking amazing. Kizaru's story, the subtlety of it was incredible. Bonnie and Kuma's backstory is the best backstory in all of One Piece. For me, that revitalized me in ways I couldn't even fathom. And I think that arc is, and the anime is even just propelling it further. The anime, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind and cry like a baby when the anime animates. I think it's this week, right? Saturday, we're getting Kuma stuff, or maybe next week, I forget. We're getting into the Kuma backstory soon, and I'm not mentally or emotionally prepared for that. I can't do it, man. Hey Zoro, why don't you come to LA Anime Expo as Shamrock? I can't pull off that hair, dog. I mean, I got the aura for it. I can bring some aura to that expo, right? I'd have to shave the mustache, though, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'd do it. I just, I'm not really traveling this year. I'm trying to save some money, so I'm looking to buy a place in the next year or two. Yeah. I'm looking. I need to put a down payment down on a house because I hate renting, bro. Renting in Florida sucks. You have a yearly lease. Yearly leases are terrible because every fucking year you just get your rent raise more to the point where it's like, I might as well buy a house. Mortgage will be fucking cheaper than the rent payments for this fucking, this damn house. So it's like, yeah, I'm looking to buy a damn house, dude. So as much as I love to travel, and I travel as often as I'm capable of traveling, I'm saving money for a house. So, but yeah, so going back to your original comment about, I can understand like certain parts of Egghead maybe weren't the most incredible, like the whole like mystery about, who killed the Vegapunks. I wasn't really super invested in that, I suppose. What I was invested in, I will say, was everything else. I do understand more, though, for people who aren't really vibing with Elbaf at this point in time. I can see that. I don't agree with that. I personally am enjoying myself quite a bit. But I can see a lot of people like, Elbaf ain't it yet. I don't know what's happening. It's not that interesting, yada, yada. Up until the Loki stuff, I would have called. I mean, up until this recent stuff, while we were dealing with the Loki stuff, I would have called you crazy because the Loki stuff was peak to me. Was fucking peak, right? But we get a couple months of this, and people are like, "Oh, I'm kind of tired out of this." I'm like, I guess I can understand. I'm not of that mind, but I can understand that at the very least. Like there are people that are just not into this current stuff, with the God Knights. But for me, I'm all into it. The thing about me is right. I know a lot of people enjoy One Piece for different reasons. I'm gonna get to you, the man who jumps. I just want to get into my little tirade here. I know when people enjoy One Piece for a lot of different reasons. You're not gonna see eye to eye on most things. Some people like One Piece for only like individual characters. Like they may not even care about 80% of the Straw Hats. They may be like, "Hey, I'm a Brook and Sanji fan. And I don't care about anybody else really that much." Right? And that's why I enjoy One Piece, to see Brook do something cool, to see Sanji do something cool, or Zoro and Luffy, or Chopper and Nami, or there's people who are just in it for a certain character and character moments, right? And from that perspective, I can see why you wouldn't care so much about what's happening now, because the Monster Trio is not in it. If you're only in it for the Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy stuff, and you don't care about the rest of the Straw Hats as much, I can understand why you wouldn't be too into it. But I like these Straw Hats. I like all the Straw Hats to varying degrees. Obviously, like Chopper is my least favorite by a good margin. But I do care about all the Straw Hats and want to see them do things that are exciting and interesting, and add to their characters, add to their stories. So for me, I like seeing everyone eat. If only one, if don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Zoro-centric arcs that are mostly about Zoro, but seeing everybody eat and everyone get some, sit at the table and eat some food here on the Straw Hats, I'm happy for that, man. And seeing Robin get her moment in this chapter invigorated me, man. It was really great to see, because Robin, pre-Wano, was a non-factor in the post-time skip, right? So seeing her actually get that fight in Wano, really awesome moment with Wano, with Sanji, with her. And then this chapter, get a great moment as well. Get her moment with Saul. I mean, it's been incredible. Incredible stuff. It's kind of crazy that she's had more shine and spotlight this arc than Usopp has. I hate to laugh, but it's crazy, bro. Oda don't give a fuck about Usopp. Maybe he's saving the best for later to come with him, but oh my goodness gracious, he has not done shit this arc. But anyway, to the man who jumps, you say Zoro has to go in and slice the Dragon Knight. Loki has Luffy on his shoulders, and Sanji skywalks there. Yeah. I mean, I gotta imagine that, Sanji was observation haki, right? His observation haki is flavored as like, I can detect when a woman is in danger. And we've seen this multiple times post-time skip. Wano, we've seen in Egghead, right? His woman dar or girl dar goes off. So seeing this girl, like, if even if they decide to burn down the library, right? It's certainly possible he might just say, let her drop. Now that he got cut up in Gabbins here, and then someone's got to save her. And it makes sense to me, based on an ability standpoint, that Sanji would be the favorite, because he has Skywalk, and because he can sense when a woman is in danger. That makes the most sense to me. And he's pretty fast, like, movement speed fast. So because he's arguably I think Luffy's the fastest, but Sanji's up there in speed, right? Like, he's very fast, he's got the girl radar, and he's got the skywalk. He'd probably be the first one to go there. But we'll see. We know those three are being saved. Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, and Loki to a certain extent. We know they're being saved for something. They haven't been shown in a couple of chapters for a reason. And Oda's not just going to put them to the side for no reason. They're not going to be sidelined the entire arc. We know how Oda structures his story arcs. A lot of the times it's just Luffy who gets sidelined until he's needed to defeat the final opponent. But in this instance, it's the monster trio that's being sidelined until they're ready to fight have their special final moments. And I wonder what that's going to be, because I can't imagine, now that we have Scopper here putting in work, what is Zoro going to fight? What is Sanji going to fight? What is Luffy going to fight this arc? Is there a chapter next week? Did it say that we're on break? I didn't even see. We can't be on break again. We just were on break. It didn't say break. It says chapter 1148 end, right? We should be good, right? Yeah, I think we're fine. Time will tell. Usopp's time will come, hopefully. I'm not holding my breath, brother. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not holding my breath, bro. I thought for sure 100% Frankie was going to get some crazy moments in Egghead, and he barely was visible that whole arc. Right? We thought everyone was like, oh, it's going to be Frankie arc, Frankie Vegapunk, oh my god, he learned from his schematics, he's going to get an upgrade, yada yada. Not a fucking iota of Frankie hype in that arc, except a couple moments where he saved Luffy from the Gorosei, and that was it. Bro didn't do shit that arc. It's like, come on. If he was going to have an arc, that's his time to do some shit. And Usopp's in the same position now. We're pretty far into this arc. Usopp hasn't done nothing, man. It's really sad. I don't know what technique it is. I don't think it's Conquerors, though. Call me crazy. I don't think it's Conquerors, because it wouldn't make sense. Number one, he doesn't look like he's using Conquerors in this panel. Number one. It looks like regular armament hockey, from what I can tell. And secondly, wouldn't make sense if it's Conquerors, because then why did the Gorosei have the ability to regen when Luffy was fighting them and hitting him with all of these incredibly strong Gear 5 Conquerors coded attacks, and they're able to regen? Unless it's a specific ability like branching off from Conquerors that you need to learn. Hockey is weird in One Piece. It's hard to identify in certain instances. There's always been debates about, are they using Conquerors? Are they using regular hockey? Right? Are they using hardening armament hockey? Or are they just doing some basic coding? It's like, unless they outright spell it out for you or say it, there's no way to really know. So, I don't think it's Conquerors. It's got to be something else in my mind. I don't know. It makes sense that he would know what the counter is because he fought them in God Valley, but who knows? Rio hockey that way, even admirals can fight them too. If it's that simple, then the regeneration really is lame. If it's as simple as Rio, I don't think it's Rio. Because Luffy knows Rio too. He would have been using it in Gear 5th form. Like, you have to understand, like, I know people like to say, for example, Luffy versus Kizaru. There's the prevailing thought, like, oh, he held back, da, 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 and there's some evidence to that, whatever the case may be, right? Fine. If you want to say that he held back versus Kizaru, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't care enough to argue with you. But against the Gorosei, there is no reason why Luffy would be holding back in that moment. He's trying to protect his crew, the Straw Hat ship, and help them get off the island. There's no reason to hold back against these monsters, right? None at all. So why wouldn't he be using his strongest techniques? Rio, Conquerors, all of that. He was using it. He had to have been. Wouldn't make sense otherwise. So I don't think Rio's the answer either, because Luffy knows Rio. And the Gorosei regenerated. So it's got to be some sort of unique ability that we're unaware of. I don't know. Maybe at the end of the arc, because I will say this. Remember when we first had that little confrontation with Gabin with Zoro and Luffy, right? Gabin said at the end of the arc something to the effect of, come see me when this is all said and done. Come see me at the end of the arc, right? He said that. Don't think I forgot. Iron Trap when it comes to One Piece random bullshit that I remember, okay? He said, come see me at the end of the arc. Why would he say that? Well, either he's going to pass along important information, or maybe he'll do that, but also he'll pass down the techniques to be able to deal with the Gorosei and the God Knights to Zoro and Luffy, or maybe just Luffy even. Who knows? Because if he's going to learn it, Luffy, or the crew, or anyone on the Straw Hats, if any of them are going to learn it, they're going to have to learn it from Scopper, because he's the only one currently on the island who knows how to counteract it, for that we know of. Right? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. The Man Who Jumps says the only other way to defeat the Holy Knights is to pull a Dragon Ball and do an evil containment wave on them. Trap them in a jar. Yes. Trap them in a jar, and that'll be it. Makes sense to me. I mean, it's as good as a problem as any. Maybe it's also some kind of material you need. Could be. Maybe he's got a fucking axe made out of sea stone or something. I don't know. Who's to say? I legitimately don't have a theory right now. I'm just confident it's not Konkurosaki, because it doesn't look like he's using it here, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up with what happened previous arcs. So, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, guys, get your questions in now. A few more questions, comments, thoughts, all that good stuff. I'm going to be wrapping up the stream soon. So like the video while you're here. Before I wrap up, like the video, help support the channel. Thank you very much, everyone, for stopping by the way, for supporting the stream. I always appreciate it. You know, I don't take it for granted. I know my ass can be inconsistent sometimes with when I stream, so I appreciate that you show up when I do stream, whenever that might be. You know what I mean? Anything I missed that I wanted to talk about this chapter? Because I mostly talk about Robin and Scopper, and I kind of ignored everything else. There really wasn't much else, I'll be honest. Everything was kind of building up towards that moment. Scorpion tail, hair girl, falling off the sides. Drumsticks, which is still a crazy name, bro. Like, drumsticks, like, what are we doing here, Oda? What do I think will happen in the next chapter? I think that Summers will still be alive. I don't think he's dead. Usually when or defeated, I should say. Oda doesn't kill people, obviously. But when an enemy is usually defeated in an arc, his eyes will go completely white. And that'll be that. We didn't see his eyes go white. We know that there's a connection between these two. They know each other probably from God Valley. There might be a flashback in regards to that, about their history and what happened. Yeah, and we don't even know, like, when it comes to their, like, what Scopper did, it's possible that, like, he was able to not completely ignore the regeneration, but momentarily pause it, so that his arm doesn't regenerate maybe for a minute or two, but once, like, if he gets to safety, he can regenerate after a certain amount of time, kind of thing. It might be one of those things where it's like, okay, we can counteract your ability temporarily, but eventually you'll be able to up that ability, and that kind of thing. We'll have to see about that. As far as the monster trio is concerned, I think that the little girl is going to fall, either through Gunko being like, they went against the deal and pushes her off, or Summers says fuck it and then just says take her down, or, you know, however it happens. I think the little girl falls and Sanji saves her. He hasn't really done much this arc, so he's due for a moment. So I think Sanji saves the little girl, and then, like, at the end of the chapter, we're gonna see like Loki, like what the Man Who Jumps says, like Loki and Luffy riding on his shoulder. Maybe they're flying on top of the giant ship, the giant pirate ship. You see Luffy on Loki's shoulder. Zoro and the giant pirates start to make their way there. That'll be the chapter where it's like maybe a double page spread of like the giant ship and Zoro looking cool, Luffy looking awesome, Loki ready for battle, that kind of thing. After Sanji saves the girl, I think that's probably going to be how the chapter ends. We'll see. We'll see. That's my theory anyway. Do you think Usopp should be able to defeat Summers? No. No. I mean, I wouldn't look if Usopp knew a way to counteract the invulnerability. There is a chance he could do it through some shenanigans, right? Because we don't even know how like strong their hockey is. Because Summers was basically allowing himself to get hit by Robin. He didn't even react, right? Gunko didn't react when Usopp attacked her. So it's one of those things where they're kind of like arrogant about like, oh, you can't hurt me kind of thing. So if he figured out how to hurt them and could do it, that's a big deal, right? I don't know. I just see like the entrance of the people down below, because I don't think it's a coincidence that she's hanging right above where Luffy and the rest are, right? You know what I mean? Like it's too perfect for like we fly straight up, and because they just announced to the entirety of Elbaf, we're here, make your decision now. I would imagine that they would have heard that down below about what's happening and rushed up to help. That's why we haven't seen them last couple chapters, because you know they're on their way up. That's my guess. That's my theory anyway. I think that's a good prediction. I don't know. We'll see. What's up, Dream? How we doing, man? What's up, Dream? How you been? You just caught me right. I was about to end the stream, brother. But I appreciate you stopping by. Oh, hold on. We got it's on, brother. Thank you so much.
CFB 124
Young Octo! Ooh, thank you so much for the 52 months. 52 months of loyalty, brother. That's over a year. A year and 4 months. God damn. Loyal crewmate, as usual. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. I don't deserve this support. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. You know, Usopp ain't him, bro. I'm sorry. Usopp is not him. He's just not him. Until he properly, like, unlocks his observation haki. Like, the weirdest thing is, and the craziest thing, I was talking to a friend about this, actually. A friend who was we were talking about Usopp just accidentally. And I said to him, you know what the craziest thing about Usopp is? And he's like, what? The best haki feat we got from Usopp was in a fucking movie. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, did you see Film Red? He's like, nah, I didn't watch Film Red. I'm like, dude, the best haki feat we get from Usopp happened in Film Red, in a movie. And in the series, he hasn't used that shit for fucking 500 chapters. I don't know if it's 500. It feels like 500. More like 300 or whatever the case. Whatever. I don't remember what chapters we were back in Dressrosa. But in years. Until Usopp remembers, hey, I could do the observation haki thing. Until that happens, Usopp's going to be forever weak trio, man. It is what it is. I don't understand how he... Like, the Straw Hats, outside of the Monster Trio and Jinbei, need to get their shit together. You know, hockey-wise, at least, is what I meant. Hockey-wise. They need to, you know, get some basic shit going. Van Augur is able to fight Summers with his anti-regenerative sea stone hockey bullets compared to Usopp, who fires sticks and stones. Hey, man, look. Usopp's going to have his glow up. It's going to happen. I'm not denying that it's going to happen at some point. Will it happen this arc? I don't know. It should. It should. I said something at the beginning of this arc that I'm going to stick with, and I'm sorry. I got to be honest. Like, I have been an Usopp apologist for a long time, being like, wait till Elbaf, he's going to show off his stuff in Elbaf, have some patience. I've been saying that, guys. You know I've been saying that. But I said in the beginning of the arc, look, this is the arc now. If he doesn't do shit, if he pulls a Frankie last arc, and is basically a background character for the majority of it, doesn't have some really incredible moments, that are worthy of the hype built up to him coming to this island, then I'm done with Usopp, bro. I still love him, I still respect him, I still support him, but I can't like defend him any longer. That's it. This is the arc, man. This is the fucking arc. 10 years ago in the manga, he fucking did the observation hockey shit. 10 years! Did Oda forget? I can't imagine he did. He put him in the fucking movie with hockey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so like, I am done with Usopp. He's if by the end of the arc, I'll give him to the end of the arc. I'll be that nice. If he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, if he doesn't man up and start making progress towards him not being such a bitch and becoming a brave warrior of the sea and actually does some shit, nut up, and actually contribute in significant ways, then he's done. I can't defend him anymore, and he's a bottom tier. It just is what it is, man. But I think on that note, I hate to end on a negative note, but hey, I'm just bringing facts here. I'm speaking truth here, hard truth. All right, we're gonna end it there. Like the video if you liked the stream, had a good time hanging out and discussing the chapter with me, and support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and yeah, follow me on Twitch if you haven't done that as well. I'm gonna end the stream there. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Zoro. Have a wonderful week, guys.